evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. It is that time of the year again, where new strategies are introduced into the Yu-Gi-Oh scene. And with that being said, there has been a new August 29th Forbidden List. For the people that haven't seen it, you can always check my discussion on it right there, because that's where it is. For the people that are really trying to get accustomed to the format and want to try out some new strategies, here are the top 5 underrated decks this format. Number 5 on this list is Dark Magician, the counterpart to number 3 on last format's list. This deck has a lot of busted cards, but doesn't seem to pull it together. Whereas in the OCG, this card has seen no competitive play. I would like to reiterate, in the TCG, we're playing 2 completely different card games. More on that in a video possibly later. The best thing about Dark Magician is, like I said, it has a lot of busted cards, like the Ebon Magician Illusion Exceed monster, as well as Dark Magician Circle, all the way to Dark Magician's or Magician's Navigation. This deck is pretty good at special summoning Dark Magician to your side of the field, banishing opponent's monsters, and then keeping a presence of rank 7 Exceeds monsters to your side of the field. I really feel like this deck can be extremely competitive. The only thing it needs is a couple of more Dark Magician cards or theme-related cards to help give it the necessary boost that it needs to make it competitive. Ultimately, this is number 5 on the list because it isn't a finished product yet, but will soon be an amazing deck to play. Number 4 on this list is Subterrors. Now, Subterror is a deck that can really throw you off, seeing that there are only 4 cards, and it doesn't look that playable, but the deck meshes very well with Prediction Princess or Shadows, possibly even Belf, as well as a couple of other strategies that you could mix with to make a very consistent and powerful deck. The cards are really based on flip effect monsters, which is interesting since Konami has never made a successful flip effect deck. As we know, Empty Jar wasn't a purposely made deck, and Shadows, nobody really uses their flip effects. Subterror specifically focus on flipping monsters face down and face up and gaining monsters effects. So it's a very good deck in that essence. That with being said, it only has 4 support cards. It's bound to get more. It is a TCG exclusive, and things look on an up and up for TCG exclusive decks, as they have seen somewhat success in every single format that they were exclusives. If you guys would like a little bit more info on this deck, I actually decided to play it in the last format and have a deck profile for the newer formats. You can always check right here, the annotations, click on them, and it'll take you right to both of those videos. Number 3 on this list is Different Dimension Demons. Yes, I finally figured out what DDD meant. And no, it didn't mean exactly what I thought it meant. But hey, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's supposed to be a kid's card game. Different Dimension Demon is a very good deck. And the reason why I say it's a very good deck, because not only is it still receiving support, we still have a lot more support that's coming on our way. Since Dark Illusion and the Yugi and Kaiba Megatins, we've received some pretty nutty cards. While one of them is almost completely unplayable, the other ones give the Different Dimension Demons a very good counter strategy to what they already were doing. They can already pendulum, or they can now pendulum summon, as well as fusion summon into a different monster, and still make rank 7 and 8 plays. This deck has a lot of combos to it, and I think that it could be a very viable deck coming into the format, if not a tier 1 deck. Number 2 on this list is Metal Foe and variants alike. Now, I would like to specifically say Metal Foe Yang Zing, because that just means Yang Zing has been on a multitude of top 5 lists. This time around, I feel that Metal Foe Yang Zing has the hugest upside of all Metal Foe variants. Reasoning being is you can make Hope Harbinger, Void Ogre, a Zephyr Strike, and a plethora of other cards on your side of the field on your first turn. But ultimately, Metal Foes themselves make a lot of decks tick. There's Metal Foe Magispectors, or even just a Pendulum variant. Hell, you can make Cyber Dragon Infinity by playing Cleaford Scout and Cleaford Monolith into your Pendulum deck, and that was all you need. The deck is really good at helping other decks make boards that your opponent just can't manage. Sometimes it even helps them just function really well. Metal Foe and variants alike are very good, and I think this will be a tier 1 deck of the format. Number 1 is a deck that's always been on the outside looking in. A deck since its inception has been dominant, then hit by the list, then dominant, then hit by the list into the total brink of extinction. Then, once it received just a little bit of support, a spark of hope, brightness, the deck has floored back into the meta, only to be seen on the outside looking in. Now, with some of the best decks hit, this deck can once again flood the meta and take over the Yu-Gi-Oh scene once more. I'm talking about Mermouse. Yeah, that's right. We didn't really see that. Unless you're Alex Wiener, I think that Mermouse are a very good deck to play. And if you're Alex Wiener, you're probably better off playing Despots or something. Just go play that. Mermouse is probably the best deck not hit by the list, and at full power too. We still get the retained cards like Atlantean Nephthybus, as well as Megalo, and then keep Instant Fusion and at least one copy of Norden. It only helps that the deck actually has a draw engine by running the Kaiju engine, Allure of Darkness, Sacred Sword. I've said too much. Maybe later. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of Cali Effect. I would like to see your top 5 decks, and why do you feel those decks are top 5 decks down below in the description. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.